right, so here is a man with one of the better welterweight resumes the sport has ever seen. The former champion Askren Woodly held the belt for several years, and now the focus is on getting back to the top of the heap.
And he's one of those guys that has that ability to go and do that, because one performance can be so impressive that everybody starts screaming, give this guy a title shot. The way that he flatlined Josh Koscheck, the way that he knocked out Jay Heron, but then he went and submitted Darren Till. You see Tyron Woodley, even as a champion, continuing to evolve, and it will only take one big night for him to get right back where he wants to be.
He has dealt with a lot of interesting stylistic challenges, had the two-fight series with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, one of the tougher matchups for him in this division. Woodley is back here tonight and looking to put on a show on the greatest proving ground in the sport. Well, it seemed an eventuality that Ben Askren would one day find his way to the UFC. Did that with a big win over Robbie Lawler in his UFC debut, and now the focus on continuing to climb that crowded welterweight line.
Ben Askren is a unique talent because he does not look like the type of guy that you would find in an octagon. But every time he steps foot in there, he has no doubt he's going to get his hand raised, which is what he has done his entire life. You look at Ben and you know what's coming. He's going to wrestle you. He's going to take you down. He's going to make you grapple more than you're comfortable with. But can Ben Askren employ that wrestling game plan all the way to a UFC championship? We will see.
Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. Woodley is 2 years his senior. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 19 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, USA, Tyron, the Chosen One, Woodly. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 19 wins, 2 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Ben Funky Askren! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, your referee.
You ready?
Well, these guys have been on each other's radars for quite some time. Tonight, it shall be done. Both guys well-rounded. You think we're getting a kickboxing match tonight or what?
You just don't know, right? You don't know who's going to be able to employ their strategy the way that they need to. This is a close fight on paper, and also in every performance we have seen them put on. These guys seem to be the mirror image of each other.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie.
Oh, big elbow.
And they separate. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. That knee might have landed there. Good series of strikes by, oh, and he hip tosses him to the mat. Now we'll see what he can do from here, DC.
Right into side control. He's going to try to control him, then find a submission.
All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC.
He's got his chin in, but now it's starting to slip under the neck.
And he's out. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's
right.
Very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're gonna fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up.
Make sure you get him in the guard when he's...
All right, so here we go with our next round, and there was a lot for him to like defensively in the previous round, almost as if he's 1 or 2 steps ahead of his opponent in terms of seeing the strike before it came his way.
He did a great job of moving his head as his opponent was attacking. But then when his opponent tried to string combinations together, it was his block defense that was really saving the day for him.
All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom.
The guy's attacking the triangle. He finds himself in trouble because he got a little bit lazy in the full guard.
Looks like he's trying to manipulate the head. This could be tight.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Back to the feet now.
That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Oh, single collar tie here.
Good punch.
So as we call on the numbers here, 47 total strikes have now landed for Ben Askren. Well, landing at a pretty good clip as well. 67% accuracy thus far.
Take it for a ride.
Nice double leg, nice finish.
Just reached the midpoint of the fight. Oh, how about the speed on that reversal there? I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, inside his opponent's guard here.
You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle. An attacking armbar.
Nicely done. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. 45 seconds remain in the round. Oh, nice job working hard, posting, and getting back up.
You got to check these low leg kicks.
20 seconds left to go in round 2.
Right hand punch to the clinch.
Takedown defense holds up.
That knee hurt him.
How about those 5 minutes? All right, let us now look back at some of the highlights from that round, and there just aren't that many guys on this roster that can keep up this offensive wrestling pace over 15 or 25 minutes.
But he's one of those guys. He is one of those guys that's able to continuously take you down even if you get up over and over. He has this ability to maintain that pace and pressure that he can wear his opponents down. That's why you see him get so many finishes as the fight progresses. Good stick.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Oh, big elbow.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. 67 total strikes have already landed for Ben Askren. And connecting at a 68% clip thus far against Askren Woodly. Oh, spinning back fist. He didn't telegraph that one at all.
Takedown land. Oh, he might have got it with a choke.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. 3 minutes now to go in the fight. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
Good, solid strike on the ground.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Woodley's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. Well, you gotta be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch.
Now he's attacking the triangle.
Triangle looks pretty tight, DC. I'm no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but maybe not good here.
No, it looks like it's getting in deep. Watch triangle, watch triangle. Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. Waning seconds of this fight. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. What a fight! Well, don't leave it in the judges' hands. A little bit easier said than done. Competitive, close fight. You got to lean either way.
I mean, it is horrible when you walk back to the center of the octagon not knowing exactly who won the fight. I thought he won a lot of the striking exchanges, but it wasn't very clear. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision, Ben
Congratulations to him there, and I think 5 years from now they'll forget that it was a split and not a unanimous decision, but that was a close fight.
I mean, that was a very close fight, and that's the most uncomfortable decision in the world, to walk to the center not knowing if you did enough to get the job done. Fortunately, he did enough, and he got